Some episodes are plot. This one is passage. The piranha doesn't enter a new place tonight. She enters someone else's story. A world built from a man's hunger, fear, and fantasy, and held together by rules that don't care what's fair. You'll see armor, mirrors, a tower shaped like a sword. But none of it is decoration. It's language. And by the end of this chapter, we won't have answers. We'll have a door.
Some worlds don't explain themselves. They wait to see if you deserve the explanation.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 12. My name is Dirk. I am the writer of Post Fall, and with us once again is my wife, Kathy.
Hello.
Episode 12 is the first one where we're going to look at concept art for Book 2, the second screenplay of my 6-film franchise. It's going to be a shorter set because in this case, the first 10 pages of Book 2 were a little bit light in concept art necessity. It was kind of a reset for the characters, between 1 and 2, they're just getting themselves back in place again. So I can kind of combine the first 20 pages into this episode.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk about this one subject here for a second. One of my concerns is that about 4 weeks out of a year, I'm usually out of town. And so far, I've been maintaining my one episode a week, and I want to keep that up. Like the first week I don't release an episode, I'm going to be disappointed in myself, and I want to keep the flow going. So I was trying to imagine if I do go out of town, which I will eventually, what do I do when I have to skip a whole episode?
This is a really good picture.
I agree. What I came up with was an idea I was already thinking about doing, and then I realized I just put it in place of an episode. It'll become bonus material that'll keep people entertained while I'm out of town for a week once in a while. So this will be Echoes of Post-Fall. It will be music from my dialogue of my screenplays. So I changed the coloration of the thumbnail text down here. So when you see these in the thumbnails of my channel, you'll spot the music series. I can't get the bar out of the way when I pause this, so sorry about that look for a second, but I thought we should talk about what comes up here as the first episode will be playing when it gets posted. When will I post this first volume? I kind of want to save up a couple for when I do need an episode that I can release a volume in place of it, so I'm kind of going to hold off on the first one being released until I bank probably 2 more of these things. So probably about 2 weeks I'll probably release this first one. But I can take the time right now to explain them that Echoes of Post-Fall exist for one simple reason. Well, I guess it's kind of 2. I enjoy hearing my dialogue as music.
I hear it. I heard you playing it earlier.
Yeah, I like hearing my dialogue as music. I've enjoyed the first 12 episodes. I pretty much have already been doing that, especially at the outro music. And then I realized, well, I'll just take all the dialogue from all 6 screenplays, and I will just start making volumes of music with it. And again, one reason is I just want to hear it, and the other reason is I'll replace episodes with volumes when need be once in a while. These songs are built directly from the 6 post-fall screenplays. Every lyric you hear is spoken dialogue, presented in the exact order it appears in the screenplays. Most tracks are sung by a solo vocalist, but contain conversations between multiple characters. Nothing is rearranged, nothing is rewritten, except where necessary to meet release standards. These are the words of Post-Fall, remembered differently. I've enjoyed the first 10 songs. I think we'll listen to the first one for a second here so you get the idea what's going on.
Hey, Pachuco. You know what time it is, man. It's time to work. I'm taking you in. Fuck you, Zooter.
You heard the first track, which was very
Yes.
cyberpunk traditional.
Mhm.
Here's the 10th track.
I like the road, me too, but it's got a mind of its own. Okay, what are you doing? This is the most beautiful sight these eyes have ever seen. You ever been flying, Jen? No. Strap yourself in and prepare for takeoff. Calling Barranca, calling Barranca. Yes, we have no bananas.
Like you said, you heard me listen to this. I've been listening to those same, I forget how many songs that are in movies for years.
Yep. Oh.
I'm looking forward to all these new songs they get to use and listen to and, stay in the post-fall mindset. So hopefully people who hear this in the future appreciate some of these sounds. Anyway, all right, you ready to look at some imagery for episode 12?
Go for it.
Allow me a quick moment to point out to my new viewers that we are here making Post-Fall, an original 6-film franchise. I typically describe it as Blade Runner meets the R-rated version of Narnia. You can go to postfall.com. There is a tab that says screenplays. I have the first 80 pages up there if you want to read along and see how that looks in there. There is also my 10-year release schedule in that tab. We are in year 1. Roughly week 12. Fan inquiries that are outside of the normal comment section, please email me at postfall@yahoo.com. Or if you're in the film business with a question, numeral 4, postfall@gmail.com. Episode 11 was the final chapter for book 1. And just to remind us where we left off at, we were in Uptown, which should be the pink top side of the moon here. Pachuco and his party, which is the Piranha, Pipsy, and Taryn, land inside Uptown at the Uptown Mall about here on the map. And they're trying to exchange a bomb they had for Genesis, the Piranha's daughter. And they land in the mall, and then they have their battle takes place there to end Post-Fall 1. Taryn, as the bomb is collected, Genesis, as the little girl, is captured along with Pachuco here on the first floor, basically. But Pipsy and the Piranha make their escape. Book 2 involved Pachuco waking up in a hospital. He's not really injured. The man at the window we haven't really spoke about. His name is Mr. Coates. He represents the Council of Corporations. He's basically the government. He actually was involved in Post-Fall 1 during the Heaven's Gate restaurant scene, but we didn't show people in that scene. If anyone was listening to the end music, like I said, I like putting my dialogue in my prior closing songs. There was the one about the lobster. Mr. Coates is the one that says the lobster is to die for. Now, here comes the part where you wonder, how the hell is Pachuco going to get out of this? And it comes down to that when Luna gets shut off, all the CCTV transmission video recording is also turned off. And when they reset the system, the video gets broadcast live before they can get control of it again. And what is caught right after it resets is Genesis running down the escalator and calling the name Paw, because you can't say Pachuco. She just calls him Paw. And, Genesis deactivates the bomb on camera and helps Pachuco out of the rubble. So they look like heroes. So Mr. Coates realizes that the PR nightmare of trying to convict him of the crime of bringing that bomb down in the first place and blowing up the Uptown Mall, they're just banished. Just go. It'll be easier if you just get out of here and we don't deal with this anymore. The Piranha is not offered that same safe harbor, though. She unfortunately injured Mr. Coates during an interrogation, so he's got a personal grudge against her. She is underground. Think of, what is the classic H.G. Wells type time machine and the underground. The moon and Uptown are the unaltered people, and altered are the earth, and they're not legally allowed to be on Uptown or downtown. So they have to hide underground. She's underground, and she's collected by the altered that are underground. She has no way home, but she's also just pissed off at GQ no matter what, so she wants to kill him. So she has them help her go underground to get back to GQ's business at Ox Earth, and she sneaks in to kill him before she figures out what to do next. But
Are you supposed to
GQ...
be telling all this? So you're like telling the entire thing.
Well, you're going to see a change in what we're doing with the imagery today, and I think it's the right change. I should be a story host, and I should be explaining the story more than I am. I hope to move forward with a little more story. It may not always work out, but it worked out well with this episode. Anyway, she comes here to kill GQ before she can figure out how to get home, but GQ already kind of expected this. He has an image on his computer that shows her with her teeth corrected. I'll remind you that the piranha has the piranha teeth.
Mm-hmm.
So he has an offer to make that if she can help him get Taryn, he'll not only send her home, but he'll cosmetically fix her teeth and lips. So she's interested in this and going home. So she does not kill him and agrees to help get Taryn. Taryn is the altered human that downloaded his consciousness into a computer. He was in the bomb and captured. So now the government has a copy of him, basically. So what GQ wants is a copy of Taryn. So he sends the piranha to a person able to access such vital
Normals.
data.
You did normals.
I did normals for the arcade. Yeah.
That is amazing. That's so hilarious.
Yeah. Normals was the pet name my friends and I would call
Nerds.
ourselves or nerds in general. Back when we were kids playing D&D, we were nerds, but we called ourselves normals. So here's the arcade normals. The piranha is sent here to help a gentleman who goes by the handle of St. George. We go inside the establishment. Now, I plan to use a lot more videos moving forward than just still images, but I will end up using still images when the videos fail to meet or beat them. This image just beat the video I can get out of it. So you get the idea. It's a pod game setup here.
Mm-hmm.
And here we meet St. George. You can get the idea what he's doing here. He's jacked into a fantasy world.
Mm-hmm. So everybody can see what they're doing?
For the purpose of the movies, at this point, I would say, yeah. I mean, what he's going to be doing with the piranha is illegal, so they wouldn't be broadcasting that, no. Which right now, that could be his typical screen saver up there,
Okay.
The piranha is human, Earth side, but she also happens to have got futuristic Matrix-like a jack-in port. She has a jack-in port installed already in her body. So she can come here and jack into the machine. You'll find out when she gets that in book 6.
Okay.
So she agrees to jack into the system. I want you to keep in mind that St. George, on the high end of hackers, he's what they call hardcore. If he dies in the game world, he dies here.
Oh.
But that's how you get the best loot.
Got it. So this is his...
So now the piranha has jacked into his overlay of the
Gotcha.
Matrix.
So that's supposed to be her?
That's the piranha.
Okay.
I'll play it again here. So she jacks in from another game port into his game world, which he has a fantasy theme.
Okay.
And she's looking around like, wow, this is looking pretty realistic.
Yeah.
She goes inside his castle, and the main hall is the Hall of Mirrors. The mirrors are actually portals that he can take to locations or servers or corporations.
Okay, yeah. Now, if she dies in the game, does she really die?
Yes.
Okay.
Because he is on the hardcore mode.
And she's in with him. Okay.
Yeah. So while it's called the Hall of Mirrors, the actual video came out with the paintings on it, which are fine. Some of the mirrors could simply be open portals to safe locations that he could walk in and out of. But there are mirrors.
Aw.
And Miss Beatrix, her last name anyway, I guess her first name is Beatrix, huh? When you don't call her the Piranha, I call her Miss Beatrix. She sees herself in a mirror. And again, she's had those terrible teeth and lips for about 6 years of her life. And this is the first time she's really got a good look at herself with her proper smile.
Very nice. Oh.
And here's St. George in his world.
That's funny.
Yeah. St. George has his loot armory. Now, this would be equivalent to hacking programs or defensive programs. And it's just represented as armor and weapons in his overlay.
Oh, gotcha.
So he's pointing out things that she can wear because he did see video of her fighting with a sword. He understands she's a trained warrior and he's happy she's here.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to talk her into what she might wear if she helps him retrieve Taryn.
Is that done on purpose?
What does that mean on purpose?
The blue, what's the blue thing?
That's the weapon lightning effect. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Normals. Normals know what it is. That's like an epic loot drop. Come on.
I'm sorry, I just dated the normal.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, no.
Now they're ready for action.
She grew a little bit.
Yeah, they filled her out a little bit there. And he's going with his barbarian instead of the knight armor he had a minute ago. He's pointing out a portal in front of them. I forget what this corporation's name is, or it just may be the Central Council of Corporations. It's represented by a tower sword.
Yeah.
The portal, he'll end up accessing a room up here, like in this cross guard right here. And then you're going to see an image of two where they walk down the hallway along the cross guard until they reach this grip. So they enter the portal. And they come out in the bedroom, or the bed chamber here.
Mm-hmm.
You can see this mirror or this portal back to his castle.
Okay.
This is one of those images that should have been a decent video, but again, I can't quite figure out what is prohibited in AI. It seemed to have blocked the word bedchamber. And again, I'm in such a frantic pace that I don't stop to go back and fix that minor problem. This image was good enough to move on.
Uh-huh. Her butt.
Don't be jelly.
I'm jelly.
Now, here they were walking along the cross guard there, and they come to the grip. And for this episode 12, this is the end of the imagery and videos. Would you say you noticed a change in the imagery, though? The way the art was presented. I'm trying not to show you the art I don't end up using and wasting time talking about that. And I'm trying to give us more motion. I've got a better flow now of using imagery to video.
I thought you were talking about the actual video.
No, I mean, I had only a few videos in my old episodes, but now the intention is to have every concept reveal be a video. This is a motion picture. They should be in motion. I also improved the quality of the image and the aspect ratio to completely match. All of this should be a better synced outcome moving forward now.
Okay, got it. Obviously, it looks better than having, a leg sticking out of the side or, like it was in the beginning.
Yeah, I'm still going to have problems and some less desirable imagery, but this one worked out very well. I'm not sure if it's just because I could focus on the Piranha story and it was just a smoother ride, but it worked very well just to go from, the arcade into the pod into the castle. And hopefully next week, episode 13 will be when they get to the action. I'm curious to see. I haven't really done action yet in the videos, and AI is not great at it from what I've seen, so we'll see how it turns out. But I was happy with these videos this week.
I don't know what they're there to do. Did you tell us what they're there to do?
Yeah. Well, I would say free Terran is the goal.
But she's trying. So okay, maybe I need
They
to wait
are in the Matrix. They are breaking in to
understand.
servers
Yes.
the government controls.
Okay. But she's supposed to be getting Terran.
It's just coincidentally between being a warrior and having her jack that she could come in and help St. George break into this server and get the data. It just looks like this.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he had his own agenda, but she's there. They're helping each other.
GQ paid St. George to get Terran from the server, and St. George was happy to have help from the Piranha. So next episode, it'll show them battle their way to Terran. All right, if you're still watching this, I appreciate you. Please, if you can, interact with as much time as you can give me. I expect everyone would appreciate an original 6-film franchise. We're all looking for something good to watch. So I look forward to some help here. And Mama?
Like and subscribe.
All right, take care, everybody.
Bye.
And again, always stay to the end. There's always going to be my outro song, which does play off my dialogue, but they will be unique, separate from the echoes of Post-Fall, which will be just more singular.
They made it through the mirrors. They crossed the bedchamber. They found the corridor inside the blade's crossguard, and the light turned sickly green. St. George calls it a tower, but it isn't a tower. It's a weapon turned into a prison, a shape built to intimidate anyone who looks up. And now they're at the grip.
I know you. Dragon Slayer. Run for the portal. Kill them. Kill them. Take it and go. You don't have to die. You don't have to die. You don't have to die. We all have to die. We all have to die.